Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading about somebody who has decided that they're going to change how they're approaching a romantic connection or a love interest. They may have been a little bit nervous, they may have been a little bit uncomfortable letting you see who they really are or being vulnerable, but they have figured out that there's something that makes them feel comfortable around you because they can trust you. So we've got migration and surrender, initiate, beginnings, freedom, adventure, and first step, and letting go, trust, consideration, and expansion. So even though I may be nervous about where things could potentially go or how they will develop, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go for what it is that I want and trust that it will go well. Maybe not the exact way I expect, but I'm trusting in the situation. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Key Controller. What's up, Rachel? How are you doing, guys? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I hope you're staying warm. Hugs and prayers to the people in LA. I continue to be thinking about you all. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do have my email address in the description box below. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing? We're going to start with the Egyptian Tarot. I do feel like for some of you, this is someone you've known for a while that didn't want to commit. And for others of you, this is a new love that you've met recently, and they're trying to figure out whether or not it should go the way of something serious or if they should continue to kind of be, a little partially invested, but not fully invested. Yeah, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Magician. So I have previously been maybe kind of avoiding getting too close or letting somebody really know who I am. But I'm realizing now that if I let you in, or if I love you, if I let you get to know me, I won't feel stuck. With the Eight of Swords, this aligns with that freedom that we saw on the migration card. I feel comfortable. I feel like I can trust you. So it's not a bad thing for me to develop feelings for you or tell you that I have feelings. Hello, Kristen. How's your day going? Hello, Debbie. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. What else do we need? Five of Cups in the reverse, the Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't want you to be the one I think about in 10 years and wonder if you're happy without me. I don't want you to be somebody that I lose. Again, this could be someone that you haven't necessarily been in a relationship with, but you had a connection with for a while. This could also be somebody that you have recently met. But it's I have to decide, how serious is this? It's like when you're trying to figure out if it's warranted for you to go to the doctor, or if you can just kind of like figure it out and, eat some soup and you'll be fine in a couple of days. This person's realizing they have the love bug. The High Priestess in the reverse. I don't know how things will go. I can't predict it. It's definitely different than other connections that I've had, but I'm going to trust it. I'm going to be positive about it. So we have the King of Swords, somebody who feels like there's a truth they need to confess, or there's something they want to talk about. Nine of Swords. It has been bothering them. This is something they've been thinking about for at least a week. Six of Swords in the reverse. It's like they know when you have this conversation about whether or not things could get serious or be exclusive, things can go wrong. So they're nervous that they might be overconfident about your response. We do have a lot of air energy, so you could have Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in your chart or your person's chart. They are thinking about every potential outcome. What if you reject me? What if you hate this? What if you're not interested in a relationship? What if, what if, what if? Death, Temperance, and the reverse. Seven of Wands, Chariot in the reverse. They are nervous. They think that you might not be interested in a relationship. So there could be something about needing to demonstrate why they feel you're the right person for them. Maybe I need to be a little bit more honest about the feelings that I have or what I want for my future, and let them know that I'm not going to go anywhere, that I do want, years and years, decades and decades, whatever it might be. Hello, Jared. How's your day going? What's up, Aqua Beauty? Fist bumps. I like it. Hello, Shanice. Hello, Upright. How's your day going? This is the Pulp Tarot. What else do we have? Well, I hope you're driving safe, Jared. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? So we've got the Sun in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. They realize part of the anxiety here is this is somebody who does like to feel in control. And that's why we have Surrender as one of the first cards that came out. This is somebody who likes to know the outcome before they ask a question or before they pursue something. This could be somebody who's very successful in business. This could be somebody who is seen as an expert or very well educated. So to not know the outcome of a conversation, or at least have, pretty good feeling, of course this person's going to want the same thing, or of course they think the same way. It's really uncomfortable for them. I don't feel like I'm in control, but maybe that's not a huge deal. Maybe I don't have to be in control of everything. They are worried though. Four of Swords in the reverse, Chariot. Two of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles. So either they feel like there's a chance you're not interested, you might walk away, or they're worried they need to prove that they're not going to walk away. But they do know that there's something that needs to be addressed, because there's like two paths. Either we get more serious or we break up. And one of the concerns appears to be you have a lot going on with regards to your profession or your career, or maybe your family, friends. You got a lot going on. Do you really have time for a relationship? That could be your concern or your person's, but this is an important conversation. Basically, what do you see over the next year? What do you see over the next 5 years, right? Hello, number one angel. How are you doing? I hope that changes. I hope you find someone you can trust. What else do we have? Three of Swords. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. For some of you, you might have been dealing with somebody that has had codependency issues, or had a lot of instability in their life that made it difficult for them to want to pursue a relationship. So it looks to me like there was some difficulty. Maybe you were, arguing one day. Maybe you were getting to know each other a while back and you haven't talked since. There is definitely an elephant in the room or an argument or a disagreement that needs to be sorted out. That's why we have this person kind of on edge, right? I know what I really want is to be with you. I know that I love you, but we got to talk about this thing where we disagreed or where maybe I didn't act the way that I should have, or whatever it is, we got to deal with this. And hopefully after that, it'll be more clear that we can have a long-term relationship. It's a good way to put it, key controller. So we've got Lovers, Judgment in the reverse, Fool in the reverse. Someone within this pair has initially misjudged the other. It's probably the King of Pentacles in the reverse, Magician, the person who's letting go or learning to trust. They may have been a little bit overly harsh. There's no way I could be in a relationship with you, or I don't think you are as good as you say you are, or as you've been pretending to be. There's a little bit of cynicism coming through. All right, this is the energy oracle. What else do we have? The thinking woman, caring connections. Again, we've got somebody who's seen as quite educated or intelligent. This does literally say thinking woman, but keep in mind, this is a general reading. I think this is more so saying we have somebody that is really contemplating or, has pursued some introspection on what this connection really means to me. Do I want to invest further? Is it worth it for me to have this kind of awkward conversation about something that didn't go the way I wanted it to, so that I can tell them that what I really want is to be in a long-term relationship? And it seems like the answer is yes, but I'm nervous that the other person's going to be like, no, I'm good, thanks though. You have a great day. I don't like you anymore. So they're nervous. As a result, the King of Swords is looking for a way to make it very clear how much they appreciate their love interest. And I do think there's somebody looking out for this person. The way that I'm seeing this is, have you ever asked for advice on what to get somebody for a gift? That's what it seems like. Like somebody is looking to make sure that they get something that really expresses how they feel. It could be jewelry, it could be flowers, it could be Legos, it could be fishing gear, but it's like, I want to make sure I'm going to bring something for you that shows I know you and I also really care about you. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. For some of you, this is a connection that realizes there's going to be a time of separation. We have the Chariot, right? Hey, just because I'm going somewhere else for work, or just because I'm going away because I need to help my family with something, just because I'm not going to be able to see you doesn't mean you're not going to be on my mind, doesn't mean that I'm going to be interested in anyone else. So for some of you, this could be, your love interest is in the military and they're about to be sent somewhere else, but you have this desire to get over or work through whatever this separation or this difficulty is between the two of you. It does seem like on both sides of the equation, there's a sincere love. Past life relationship. You may have known each other in another life. You may have felt when you met this person that you connected in a way that was very different from how you connect to other people, or it just kind of clicked, right? But it does feel like we've got someone's finances or career causing a little bit of a delay, or maybe even causing specifically this separation. We've got the finances and the career card. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And then we've got the flirt card. Don't forget to nurture the spark in your relationship. And keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I also feel like keep an open mind is about how you can potentially bridge whatever the difficulty is here. Time apart, not being able to use your phone, needing to be in a different part of the world, whatever it is. It seems like this King of Swords really wants to make clear, I'm going to find a way to like still be with you. Let's see. This is the cats rule the earth. What else do we have? The Sun, Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I know it's going to be a little difficult, or I know I'm not going to be able to see you, or I know we've had an argument. This separation already may be coming to a close, or it may have already happened. This is how do we stay close even though there are things in the real world that sometimes make it challenging. I love to see the Sun, clarifying the Sun in the reverse, because this is saying, I know things might be difficult or things may have been, stressful, but you make me happy and I want to make you happy. So there's an offer of love here, and it seems to be solidifying the future intentions that maybe were a little bit up in the air between these two. But we have the Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands in the reverse, and the Emperor in the reverse. That kind of makes me feel like there's someone here who is being a bit tight-lipped. This is probably the love interest of the King of Swords, being that it's the Queen of Swords. But this is someone who's trying to figure out, are you for real? Are you just saying what I want to hear? And I know you feel like you can trust me, but I'm trying to figure out if I can trust what you're saying right now. So I think there is a moment of hesitation or silence where this Queen of Swords is just kind of like watching, looking at your body language, looking at, how the King of Swords has chosen to say what they have said, because they don't want to fall into any kind of trap. And they didn't expect the King of Swords to say all of this. Maybe they expected an apology, but they didn't expect like the outpouring of emotion. High Priestess, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I know in the past I may have made it seem like I wasn't really a big believer in monogamy or relationships or long distance relationships or whatever it might be. But you're worth it. You're the kind of person that I would do that for. So we have Ace of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I know I look at that as something that is doomed or not. It doesn't work for people. But I'm going to let go of whatever concerns I have, and I'm going to focus on trusting you. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing today? King of Wands. Seven of Cups in the reverse. And the Queen of Wands. Well, alrighty then. So we have two divine counterparts with the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. And we also, just in this little trio, have the King and Queen of Wands. So I do feel like this conversation helps clear up whoever is still kind of a bit of a question mark. What could this, look like if we were together? What would it be like if, in 5 years we were still together? This is somebody appreciating the gesture made by the King of Swords and realizing they have clarity and they feel confident I'm the right person for them. And if they have confidence in that and they're willing to demonstrate it in a way that makes it pretty dang clear, then that makes me feel like I can trust them. So I do feel like this conversation goes well, even though we have somebody who is very concerned that it's not going to go well, that this Queen of Swords is not going to believe them. This is the hidden truth. I don't know why this happened. I don't know what you want, but I admire you. I don't know if you're interested in a relationship. I don't know if you're interested in, seeing if this really does work between the two of us, but I'm pretty infatuated with you. This King of Swords is putting it on the line. Just like, okay, here's what I feel. Here's what I want. What about you? How do you feel? It's your turn. I wonder how you feel. That's pretty perfect. Definitely interested in somebody's brain. You're smart. I love the conversations that we have. You help me to see the world in a new way. I feel like in particular, there's somebody that has said, I really like how you think. It's like so different. But there's also a physical attraction here. So that's why we have one person coming into this conversation feeling very confident. You're the right person for me. I just feel like I need to convince you that I'm the right person for you. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So the truth is, there is going to be some time where I can't be with you. Maybe I travel for work, or maybe I have to, go for training elsewhere for a couple weeks. But just because I am not going to be here doesn't mean that I'm thinking about any side missions or some, short-term gratification. I am thinking about the long term and what I want with you. Strength, Page of Cups in the reverse, Magician in the reverse. Don't like to see the Magician come back out, especially in the reverse. I don't really like this Magician. I love Edgar Allan Poe, don't get me wrong, but this Magician gives me kind of I'm not going to let you see who I really am. So the fact that it starts with strength is suggesting to me that we have someone who is trying to conquer the bad habits of their past, the unwillingness to make an offer in love, or the unwillingness to let somebody really get to know them, or to be vulnerable and open to emotional intimacy, to try to control or manipulate that connection in order to minimize whatever you have to invest in it. So it could be our King of Swords is saying, look, I know what my problems are. I know I need to work on A, B, and C. But I'm not going to just apologize and tell you I know I need to change something. I'm going to actually be working on that, or I've already been working on those things that I know get in the way. Hermit, Two of Swords in the reverse. This person's already started to work on the things that bother their love interest. I know you hate it when I leave my socks on the floor instead of putting in the hamper. And guess what? I've been keeping track, putting a little star on the calendar. It's been 18 days and I haven't thrown my socks on the floor. It's probably something more serious than that, but that's just a fun example that I wanted to use. Here we have the Queen of Swords again. Three of Swords. Hanged Man in the reverse. So even though the Queen of Swords initially had reason to believe that they were not going to be able to make things work with this King of Swords, they are now feeling like maybe somebody's perspective has changed. Maybe they realize they need to meet me halfway. Maybe they realize I'm worth it. Maybe, I can trust them because now they're willing to trust me. There's a whole different energy or atmosphere for them, and it's more so about what the future could potentially hold and how do we make sure that we can get there together. So we do have some hope, we have some excitement. This conversation is changing someone's perspective, but they're nervous. I want to trust you, I want to believe that you're going to change, or I want to believe that this is what you want, but I'm a little nervous that this is something I am believing because I want it to be this way. So you're going to have to consistently show me that you're defending what you have just told me, that you are still, looking to fix things or looking to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, that kind of thing. Like, this is not just you did good today so you can, be with me for years. There's maybe a little bit of directness that the King of Swords doesn't necessarily get from the Queen of Swords all the time. That's just kind of like, here's how it is. I like that you're doing this. I am going to trust you. But if this happens, or if this happens, I'm gone. I'm not going to give you another chance. Hello, Robin. How are you doing? All right, let's get a few from The Truth Is. What else do we have? So I did mention we could have somebody that has been dealing with some codependency issues, and we do have the addiction card coming out. So this could be what somebody is working on to specifically show, I'm not going to act like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm done with that. I'm not going to do that behavior anymore. And it does look like this person is very committed to that. Does that mean they're going to be 100% perfect? No, but they're not going to be all, focused on this and then, 2 months later quit. Just friends. You are better off as friends. Ooh, that could be what this separation is. This person may need to be a little bit better with regards to their mental health. But we also have safety first, promiscuous. These are the problems that the relationship has faced, or the reputation that might need to be addressed before these two can really be together. Your perception from the Queen of Swords is you're in the friend zone because you have had some issues in the past and I couldn't trust you. So you're going to have to prove, and there's a decent chance that you can, that those are not your choices anymore, that that's not how you live your life anymore. This is the Gypsy Oracle. thoughts in the reverse, and child in the reverse. I know I have acted impulsively, or I have been maybe known to be a bit immature or make choices that were selfish. And I'm apologizing for that. They may have had a history with crime. Hello, Mountain Girl. How are you doing? But this is somebody who has actually been working to change their choices, been working to change their life. Prison in the reverse, room in the reverse. The living situation for the King of Swords is changing, and it's creating distance, or has already been created, right? Between this King of Swords and their previous life, the life that was causing them legal issues or somebody to not take the relationship seriously. I've got money in the reverse. I think this person was making decisions based on financial difficulties. Remember, we did have that finances and career card come out. And they're saying there are better ways to deal with that. We're right over here by the Eight of Pentacles too. So this is someone saying, I'm waiting to hear back on whether or not I've got a job, or I'm waiting to hear back on a promotion. I'm waiting to hear back on something different. Enemy in the reverse. And messenger. So I feel like they're getting positive news regarding their finances, their job outlook, or their financial outlook is improving. And they're working to distance themselves from this environment of, maybe they were hanging out at a bar too much. Maybe they were a fan of the side missions. This is the Everyday Tarot. What else do we have? Justice. Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. I have the chance to choose a different path, and that's what I'm going to do, in part because I know it makes it that much more likely that I could spend my life with you. So they're doing something to make a pretty significant change. For some of you, this person's going to rehab. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Swords in the reverse. And the Page of Swords in the reverse. I know what you've heard. I know what my reputation is. I know that I've had issues in the past and I have been a little bit destructive. But these are the things that I'm changing. Not going to change. I'm already changing them. Two of Swords. So our Queen of Swords is faced with a decision regarding somebody that they do have deep feelings for, but they had previously felt they needed to walk away from, or that things weren't going to work out because there were, some behaviors or choices that weren't really conducive to a relationship. So if you're really changing those behaviors, then maybe my opinion changes on whether we could be in a relationship. So we have a decision regarding whether or not this twosome enters into a relationship despite a lot of difficulty. We've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Swords. It's not easy to tell you what's been going on. It's not easy to tell you what I've been through. But what is really quite fun to tell you is that I've already been making progress. I've already made some changes. I've already moved. I've already got a new job. Whatever it is, they do have something they're excited to tell you that indicates they've already been working on this. For some of you, this is, I've been sober for, 89 days. Isn't that great? Please, for the love of God, be supportive of people. You don't have to literally give them money or let them stay at your house. But when people are working on their sobriety, it doesn't cost us anything to say, I'm really proud of you. Good for you. I am so proud of your making that decision. Now, don't go overboard and sound condescending, But when people are making a decision to make a positive move forward, I think there are a lot of individuals that instead, kind of suggest, oh, well, we'll see how long that lasts. Didn't you try that like 3 months ago? And you might think you're really funny, but I don't know if everyone fully appreciates just what kind of an impact you have on somebody's sobriety when you say those kind of jokes. So let's do our best to be supportive and say good for you. I'm very excited for you. So all of you working on your sobriety, I'm proud of you. Well done. This is the Poe Tarot. You do not read these in the reverse, just so you know. Hello, Santiago. How are you doing today? We've got the Three of Paws. Yep. Which is a Three of Pentacles. With these materials and with the aid of my trowel, I began vigorously to wall up the entrance of the niche. So I know what has caused me troubles. I know what has made it less likely that you would be interested in being, with me. So I'm going to actually do the repair that I need to. I'm going to address things that had made it unlikely that you would love me. We've got the moon. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. I do feel like this person is going to have kind of a as good as it gets moment. Jack Nicholson is making a little bit of a mess of his date with Helen Hunt. I can't remember their story characters' names. But at one point, Helen Hunt, looking just lovely, by the way, says, pay me a compliment. She's about to walk out. He's been a jerk. She's like, pay me a compliment and then I'll stay. Better be a good compliment. And he goes off on this little, I used to not take my pills and now I'm taking my pills. And she's like, that's your compliment? And he's like, you make me want to be a better man. And then she's like, oh, okay. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. And she's actually quite impressed with the compliment, right? This is someone who says, look, I know that I've had some issues. I know that I haven't always acted the way that I should or communicated with you the way that I should, but I'm going to make it right. I'm going to do what you ask me, or I'm going to make it clear how much you mean to me. They don't want to lose sight of the life that they've hoped they could actually have with you, even if they've never told you that's what they hope for. Here's the Magician again. This time, though, we're in the upright, so I do appreciate, well, I don't read these in the reverse, but still. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word did he outpour. So we know, of course, that we're talking about the word nevermore. But I think that there's a comment, an expression of love that the King of Swords makes to the Queen of Swords. And it's the way they say it. It's not necessarily the words. Maybe it's because you're smizing. Maybe it's because your eyes are saying what your lips are saying. But it's the fact that the King of Swords is being emotive and not just analytical that moves the King of Swords, not the actual words. I can appreciate that you can say words, but do you feel them when you say them? It's the difference of somebody who's singing lyrics they didn't write and somebody where I mean, you're crying on stage. This happened to you. This is, okay, I think I can tell you actually do feel something. So I'm going to take you seriously. Hello, Lolly. How are you doing? Oh, that's so nice of you. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? Four of Paws, which is the Four of Pentacles. I felt irresistibly impressed with a presentiment of some vast good fortune impending. And when this King of Swords communicates how they feel, and they see the response, the facial features, the body language. Maybe there's even a little bit of a cute love tear. The King of Swords feels a sense of relief. I have owned what happened in the past, or I've owned, the fact that I have this reputation or that this thing needed to change, but I'm letting you know that's not me. That's not how I do things anymore. And when I see that you believe me, when I see that you can feel that I really do care about you or that I really do love you, that makes me breathe a sigh of relief, because I feel like, okay, we can move beyond this. We can find that happiness, the two of us. All right. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. What else do we have, please? Authenticity, easily one of my favorite words, and the sexiest thing you could be. This is somebody who's letting go of some of those choices or behaviors that they use to kind of present a certain facade or a certain persona to people, and they don't care about that anymore. Self-worth. They are learning to love themselves, or feeling like they deserve to be in a happy, healthy relationship just as much as anybody else deserves that. This is the situation step. Hey, Carrie. Love affair in the reverse. Down low, dirty little secret. Aliens in the reverse, dreams in the reverse, and plugged or tuned in, connected in the reverse. This person is realizing, I don't want the surface level stuff. I don't want the player lifestyle, because it makes me feel like I don't have anyone. It makes me feel like I'm not really here. It makes me feel like nobody really knows who I am. Financial support in the reverse. This person is working to save up so that they don't have these financial issues, because that is how they got into the situation they found themselves in. So I know that what really caused me to be unhappy is because I was overspending or spending on things that I didn't really need. And I didn't want to be honest about what I needed to change or what impact that was really having on my life. Maybe the Queen of Swords kind of called out the King of Swords, like, hey, maybe you need to clean up your life. And we don't need to be all super judgmental like that, right? But I do feel that the King of Swords felt a need to do something to have a chance with this Queen of Swords, in part because they were honest. Part of appreciating a real partner is they're going to call you on your shit. And if you can't handle that, you ain't ready for love, my friend. You might think you are. You might be like, oh yeah, I love to cuddle. I love somebody who makes me food and stuff. But do you love it when people tell you what you need to work on? Because that's when you know that you're in a good friendship or in a good relationship, or you're ready for that, right? This person's like, you call me on my shit. And at first I didn't like it. But then I realized you helped me be a better person. So we've got a need to talk about money, a need to make sure there's no issues in terms of spending frivolously, or are you going to feel trapped in a relationship? Let's talk about things like adults. We can make sure neither of us feels trapped. We can avoid all of that, right? So conversation, super important, and somebody's actually able to convey their emotion. I'm proud of you. All right. Hi, Dr. Strangelove. How are you doing? I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.